Most founders sound exactly like the competition. If you want to be competitive in a crowded market, you can't just be better, you have to be different. I'm your host, Cameron Olds.
And I'm Dallin Merrill, and we're here to talk about how you can avoid being mistaken for your competition, differentiate your brand, and ultimately create a lasting competitive advantage for yourself in the market.
Welcome to Differentiate or Die. This episode of Differentiate or Die is brought to you by MessageOS. And by brought to you by, we mean written by.
If your team describes your product 10 different ways, your product is no longer differentiated. It's confusing, and so are your customers.
MessageOS helps big teams keep every sales deck, social caption, and support reply on message and on brand.
Clear, consistent, differentiated. Every time someone talks about you.
See how it works at protagonistcomms.co. Have you discovered any pests in your house yet, Daryl?
Generic, like spiders and... there's been a weird bug that, here too that I don't recognize. That's like, oh, that's kind of weird, but nothing crazy. Just
no rats,
things.
no
no
brown recluses, no cockroaches. Because we totally have cockroaches here in northern Utah.
No. Which pest companies are we talking? Are we talking Pesty? Are we talking Fox?
No.
Ooh, are we talking... Oh, there's so many.
Mm-hmm. There are so many pest control companies out there. And the fact that you can name them off just shows how saturated the market is. How hard it is to compete.
And that's just Utah,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's got to be so many pest control companies. And they all feel like they are, God sent from heaven because they help you with your pests.
We're talking about one you probably heard of today if you go to the Megaplex movie theaters here in Utah, Aptive.
Okay, yes.
We're talking about Aptive. And then we're talking about another one that I think might have a differentiating factor. Maybe. Potentially. I haven't looked into it because I want to discover if that's true or not together. But that company is called Greenix. Have you heard of Greenix before?
Maybe. I may have seen a billboard or two, but it does not stick out in my mind. So
yeah, they
haven't communicated it with me yet.
Yeah, they might have something cool. So we'll have to see what they do. But
okay,
let's look at Aptive first because they're pretty big. I think they're a Utah company, but I think they're also like all over the place per some stuff I was looking on their website, I think. So good for them for expanding.
Yeah, I love it.
If you go to aptivepestcontrol.com, you are greeted with this. Aptive Pest Control asks us about limited time fall pricing.
Oh, so bad. I mean, it's fine, but it could be so much better.
Yeah, it suffers from that thing we always don't like, which is using the hero section of your website as a landing page for like a one-time short-term promo instead of communicating your differentiating factor.
Yeah.
Which is, like, explain why that's annoying. Why don't we like that?
Yeah, I mean, when somebody hops on your website, you need to be instantly, like, captured by what they help you with as a consumer. And so when they don't do that, it's so frustrating because I hop on here and so far I don't see anything about what they even do. I mean, up on the top I see a banner, but shouldn't in big letters, somewhere be like, here's how they help me? Like, no, it just talks about pricing, and that's so frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, you might get something, pest control, but like you were listing off, a dozen different pest control companies out there in the world just from memory. So that there's already a ton of options out there, and they don't talk about why they're different and why you should pick them. So it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing that, stands out to me is a lot of what pest control companies do good at is problem language. And like a lot of people, like I don't have a huge pest problem here. But like people do. And so, a lot of them do a good job. They don't have any of that here yet. They might down below, but like this would be a great place for that, because people obviously have that problem of maybe a brown recluse got into their house and they're scared about their baby, like what if our baby got bit by a brown recluse? So like sticking that here is really great way to get them to say, oh yes, I want your services now. I don't care how much it costs.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you go farther down, oh, just kidding. They don't even go, well, they do. They do, like farther down, the problem language they do say is solving pest problems for over 500,000 homes nationwide. So, I mean, I guess pest, yeah, they kind of lean into it with pest, but it's not really, they're not really getting to the meat of the problem, which is they could go 100 different directions, one of which you just mentioned.
Yeah, and this is like basically hyping themselves up, and as well as this one, award-winning pest control, pest expertise with neighborly care. It's just like saying we're really good at what we do, not here's how we help you with your problem. And I don't know.
Yeah. Do you think that proclaiming yourself, let's see, does proclaiming yourself an expert actually help your marketing?
I mean, you have to show you are an expert at what you do. Like nobody wants to come to you if you're no good. So I understand that, but they're almost becoming the hero here instead of the guide, right? They are, solving pest problems for over 500,000 homes nationwide, award-winning pest control, like our team of pest experts. Like, okay, here I do like how they say our team of pest experts is dedicated to helping you enjoy your entire home inside and out. So, they're but in small letters. Like, yeah. I don't know.
You definitely want to position. You need to have expertise and competence. So you need to show that somehow. And so I'm okay with, like, I love the 500,000 homes. I think that's great. Award-winning pest control. They say that they're the #1 overall company by bestcompany.com. So, like, I think that's okay. I was specifically talking about, like, our team of pest experts. Like, does calling yourself an expert make you more appealing to people in your marketing? And I don't know if it does.
I see what you mean.
I mean, because I think it's the reason why is it's table stakes. Because I think if people are going to go to you, they kind of they don't want to talk to anyone that's not an expert, like by default, right? And so you calling yourself an expert, I feel like it's like a restaurant saying they have fresh ingredients. It's just like there's no wow factor there. In fact, it's kind of a no duh. Like, I hope you do. And
agreed.
People just move on. So
yeah. The other thing I would say to that is you shouldn't lead with yourself as the hero, because then you're like positioning yourself as the hero too. Mm-hmm. Start with them as the hero, and then say, okay, we're good at what we do, and they're leading with it, and that's frustrating too. So.
Yep. No, I agree. If we scroll down even more. So there's a new section with Aptive Pest Control, you're covered, and it has a diagram of a house, and over on the side there's a bunch of different places in the house that they cover, like bedrooms, eaves of your roof, garage, dining room, corners, potentially hiding places to get treated. So I mean, that's decent product language. They're just talking about all the places they can cover. It's not anything wow to me. It just kind of checks the box. But it checks the box that all the other competitors are going to check at the same time. Yeah. So I don't know if it's terribly effective in convincing someone that's in the market and is, they typed pest control. Like, what happens if you type pest control into Google?
Oh my goodness.
Pest control into Utah, like you've got Utah Pest, Orkin, H2 Pest Control, Synergy Pest Control, Aptive pops up, Guardian Pest pops up, Impact Pest Management.
Oh my
H2.
gosh, there are so many, Cameron. So many.
Yeah.
Holy cow. But also at the same time, like, they're all doing the same thing. And now that you've clicked on them, Cameron, they're all going to be knocking on your door. You better have, or they are, yeah, they get after you.
They do, 100%. So 100%. And then if you go down, like you get here's some success language, effective treatments, high customer rating, tailored pest control plan, personalized customer service, highly trained professionals, year-round protection. Can you click these? No, you can't even click these. These are just like stuff. So there's success language there, and then here's here's the problem language. They're they're dissecting all of the different pests that they do, like ants, and they have a little section on ants and cockroaches and flyers and garden pests and pantry pests and rodents and spiders and all that stuff. So I mean, there's problem language there. I wonder. I think it's not. I don't hate the fact that they buried problem language just because everyone just knows it's a pest. So I think the problem language might be a given.
That's fine. Yeah.
Scrolling down even further, you get curated articles for you from our pest control experts. See what's new in the neighborhood. Aptive's hub for tips and insights to help you learn, prepare, and protect what matters most. And then down here, we have over 125,000 five-star reviews. Don't take our word for it. So they have a whole bunch of Google reviews here. 125,000 five-star reviews is actually pretty insane.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's a lot. That's a high number of reviews. That's actually pretty crazy. Yeah. Kudos to Aptive for curating that many reviews. That's cool. That is a ton of reviews.
Yeah.
I mean, it checks the boxes for me. I mean, I know what it is. It's pest control. I don't really know how they're different. I know they have effective treatments. I don't know what that means. I'd love to know more. Like, do you use a certain pesticide that, isn't toxic to humans or something like that? It's just kind of pretty plain Jane.
It's just all so basic to me. There's nothing special. It's pest control. Yeah. Plain and simple. It could have been better as far as, story branded. It could have been a little more clear. But it wasn't awful either. I mean, it's pest control. Most people understand what it is and why it's important. So. Yeah. I mean, down here towards the bottom, we have take back your home with pest control. It's good hero language. It's the outcome people are probably looking for. I don't want bugs in my house anymore. I don't want to be afraid of my kid stepping on a scorpion or something. I think that would have been better, H1 than what they had.
Yeah, 100%. Why did that always happen? The good stuff is always below when it should be up on top. I don't know, man.
I completely agree.
And then here's this little tidbit down here about Aptive. Aptive is more than just pest control. When you choose Aptive, you're choosing a happy, healthy home. Welcome to the neighborhood. Okay, so we haven't gotten to, so I have some questions. We need to go evaluate Greenix first, but I have some questions about comparing these two, like what happens when you're in a saturated market like pest control. Actually, before we go to Greenix, let's take a look at their Aptive's Facebook. So Aptive is more than just pest control. When you choose Aptive, you're choosing happy, healthy home. Welcome to the neighborhood. Okay, so it's consistent. It's kind of a weird, undifferentiated thing to be consistent. Anyone could say that. Like, any of the pest control people could say that. Any one of them could, and therefore I think it's a bad differentiated message.
Agreed. Yeah.
It's also unclear. It's more than just pest control. I don't know what that means. When you choose Aptive, you're choosing a happy, healthy home. Yeah. It just feels marketing fluff,
Yeah, but it is consistent.
It is consistent, so we'll give them a star for consistency probably down the road. But yeah, I mean, down here, once Halloween is over, your pumpkin can quickly become a pest magnet. So there's some problem language. Here are some eco-friendly ways to dispose of it properly. Where pests trick or treat. So there's some problem language. Ants, spiders, and beetles ring your doorbell for crumbs. Stink bugs.
That's funny.
So they do have some problem language in their social media marketing. So, but yeah, I mean, kind of underwhelming. No difference. I'm anticipating no differentiated value at all. So let's move on to Greenix. So if you go to greenixpc.com, this is what you get. Top pest control company. Pests hate us, customers love us. Protect your home from pests and rodents during their cold weather invasion. Interesting.
I like it. That's actually really good language.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Did you pick up on a potential differentiating factor?
Cold weather, maybe? Like
That's what I was
specifically
thinking.
the winter?
That's what I was thinking. I mean, clearly the image here shows green grass in summertime. But when I first read this, which is why I wanted to do Greenix, I was like, during their cold weather invasion, like, do they have some type of specific treatment that's more effective in the wintertime? Or do they only do wintertime? Clearly they don't. But this is why I wanted to do Greenix, because I was like, oh, interesting. I wonder if they talk about this lower. So I haven't looked down lower past the hero, because I wanted to see if they actually do it on there.
And maybe it's just because we're going into winter, and so they're like
That also could
changing
be it as
their
well.
messaging, you know?
It was a crumb of hope, Daryl, that I'm
It is a
clinging
crumb
on
of hope.
to.
But it could be, like, who knows? Maybe it is. Especially if it's like a Utah company, who knows?
So the next section says, we have a pest control plan for every problem. If it creeps, crawls, bites, or stings, we have you covered. And then exactly like Aptive, they have pest control plan for pests, for rodents, for mosquitoes, and for termites. So it's good problem language. Stop the world's deadliest animal from crashing your backyard barbecue. For rodents, it's well over 14 million Americans will have a rodent problem this year. So it's great problem language. Like you said earlier, like there's no shortage of problem. Like the whole thing is based off of a problem, a pretty nasty problem for people. So there's not going to be any shortage of good problem language for pest control, I don't think. Scrolling down even more, fill out the form, get a quote. I don't even know why I would want to get a quote from you. What's the differentiated value? Treating 50 plus problematic pests. Okay, that could be.
You already said that. I don't know.
The pest nerds are here to help. Okay, so they're the pest nerds while Aptive is the pest experts. Okay, here we are. Oh, they do. Okay, so why cold weather pest control is a must. When the temperature drops, pests start plotting their winter getaways, and your home is the top of their vacation list. Warmth, snacks, and a dry roof. It's basically a 5-star resort for creepy crawlies and fuzzy freeloaders. Luckily, the pest nerds at Greenix are pros at evicting uninvited house guests. Our protection plans keep pests out in the cold where they belong. We seal up stinky entry points, treat hidden trouble zones. Okay, so I wanted it to be a little more proprietary than what just sounds like the run-of-the-mill what pest control companies do, like sealing up and spraying stuff,
Yeah, I agree.
But they do make an effort on the cold weather thing. I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder if it is just because we're going into winter. We already are in winter. Or if they have some type of thing that's different.
What's interesting about that is, for me, it's like when the pests are almost gone, kind of, like, when it's changing, it feels like pests start to come into your house.
Right.
But like, for the most part, during the dead of winter, there's like no pests.
Right.
They're like all gone. So it's almost like a bad time to do it. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a good time because at the transition, it's a good time to do that.
Could be. Yeah, maybe.
But I'm also looking at like just the mosquito and being like, that's a big problem. Like they could almost just go after like mosquitoes, but that's a warm weather thing. I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's kind of a weird, I wish they did more with it. They tease me with some type of differentiated value, some proprietary uniqueness. They have the cold weather stuff that no one else does, but then they don't make good on their promise. And so I'm kind of left with like, oh, that could have been fun. Because if I have a pest problem for some reason in the middle of winter, and if it is a problem for lots of people, like they could be the go-to cold weather pest control company if they double down on this a little more. Like that would be huge. That's like that would probably be what would you say, like a differentiated product, maybe even maybe target audience as well. Not target audience, same thing, but like, yeah, definitely differentiated product focusing on the winter for sure.
Well, a little bit of a target audience because you'd be focusing in cold weather states.
Also true.
So
Also
I
true.
definitely think it is sometimes in there.
Yeah.
You're not going down to St. George. You're staying up north.
Yeah.
When I think about it, though, like when I first, going through these, I am seeing what they could do with different target audiences. Like you could focus specifically on renters, for example. Like we do pest control for rental properties or Airbnbs, or because I remember we were in California and there was an ant problem in the Airbnb we were at the first day. And instantly, we contacted the owners, and the owners had someone come out and take care of it. But that could be a big thing because the owner's not actually there. You've got someone else, so you could totally be like, as the Airbnb owner, be like, hey, who's a pest control person that can go over to my Airbnb specifically or my rental? Or, now you're really differentiating who you're going after.
Audience. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That'd be really interesting.
And then your whole language on your page changes from, we make sure that your renters have a pest-free experience when they're in your home. And that's a big deal for people that have like an Airbnb or something.
Yeah, I totally agree. That would be a great way to differentiate yourself in your target audience. Even though the problem probably is the same, that you just need pests removed, I'm sure there are sub-problems that you could build into your messaging, specifically, like you're saying, specifically to rental property owners, Airbnb owners, that would just you would occupy the space in the minds of Airbnb owners. And that's enough. That's enough. Like you just have to occupy the space, differentiated by target audience. That's all you need to do. Just one out of the three is enough and effective.
One is making sure that the people there leave a good review for you, right? Yeah. If there's pests there, they're not leaving a good review. We were lucky it was just ants, right? Imagine it had been rats or mice. We probably wouldn't have felt very comfortable in that house anymore. So they could totally build some really good problem language around that. Yeah,
and some great hero language too. Make sure they leave you a good review, like you were saying. Yeah, that could be really cool. I totally agree. If we go to Greenix's Facebook page, they have the same thing. Pests hate us, customers love us, twice in the header and then one in the bio. So
that's great.
Yep.
Yeah. Great consistency.
Yeah, so consistent. Clicking through some of their posts, like this one on December 11th, traveling this season, here's how to protect yourself from these unwanted, unwelcome hitchhikers for ticks. So there's hero language, protect yourself from unwanted hitchhikers. Pest nerds, so they are being consistent. Do you know spiders can be your home's helpful residents? They're natural pest controllers. Here's how they help. Okay, so yeah, it's consistent. So they're consistent. Yeah. I would say they're clear too across the board. I would say they're clear. Yeah. I don't think there's any differentiated value. We took it in a place where it could be differentiated, but I think they stopped. Greenix is the one that could have done it, but they stopped short.
Yeah, I think so too.
So what do you do if your product offers the same outcome as your competitors?
Well, you call protagonist, obviously. No question about it. But in reality, the other option is hire more marketing, which they do a ton of already. Crazy sales guys. Or decrease your pricing so that you're the cheapest one out there. But those are your main options there. Clarity helps. I think Greenix has a little bit better clarity. But yeah, I would give Greenix a star for clarity, and I would give them a star for consistency. I would give a half a star for Aptive on clarity and a star for consistency. Yeah,
I think so what do you do if your product offers the same outcome? What do you do if your product promises the same outcomes as your competitors? All the things you just mentioned. I would also add the more difficult thing of differentiating yourself, like making sure that you present yourself as an alternative. Somehow you have a proprietary value that they can only get from you, instead of your competitors, because you can promise the same outcome, but if you do it in a different way, or if you promise the same outcome to a different target audience, thinking about the 3 different levers of differentiation, that's what you could do. Is you just need to focus on how to make yourself different. What kind of unique value can you exclusively provide? And that's hard to do unless you're called Protagonist.
So hit us up at protagonistcomms.co. We'll see you there.